Things are really starting to come together on this BMW 733. Just a few last details before we can put the engine in the car. This is the bracket that holds on the air conditioner. It's basically held on there by 4 bolts. I really do like these really nice aluminum pieces, and they cleaned up, makes everything look fantastic. Then we're going to put the motor mount arm on here, and this is of course what connects to the motor mounts on the chassis of the car, and that's held on by just 4 bolts. New plugs are next. I'm actually using the BMW spark plug tool that comes in the tool set that's in the trunk of the car. Pretty handy, and it works really well. Basically it's a hollow metal tube. It has some rubber in there so it holds your spark plug, and then it has this little bar that helps you tighten these spark plugs down. My old hood gasket was an absolute disaster. I'm not sure why I ended up doing this here, but it's what I did next. Sometimes it's good to take a break and do something that's easy and a bit different. It just breaks up the monotony a little bit. So I got this hood gasket material on Amazon. I basically just looked at my old hood gasket material, which was completely deteriorated and just absolute dry, rotted garbage. And I looked to see what it looked like, and then I compared it to the pictures that I found on Amazon to pick up something that was as close as I could possibly get to what was originally on the car. Ordered it. Turns out it's basically the exact same stuff that was on the car before, and it wasn't very expensive, and this is going to make that hood seal very nicely on the car again. It reduces noise, and it's also going to keep moisture out of the hood area coming from the top, from rain and things like that. So it's a pretty simple process. It took me about 10 or 15 minutes to install it. Just make it the proper length by cutting off the other end when I'm done, and now we have a proper hood gasket. I'm actually kind of excited about that. I got some new injectors, time to install them. Needless to say, I've never put fuel injectors in before, so this is a little bit of a finicky job. So the first thing I do is go ahead and pull that fuel rail off. It's just held in by a couple of bolts. And then I go ahead and install the ring gaskets on the fuel injectors and push them into their appropriate holes. You don't really have to worry too much about jamming these things in there, because when you mount them to the fuel rail,
and screw that on, it's going to push them in there properly so they're all seated and doing what they're supposed to do. And it's a tight fit, so it's kind of uncomfortable to mess around with this. But once you get them all in the holes, I just push down on the fuel rail to seat them all in there real nice. Then I just use those same bolts to bolt down the fuel rail, get everything secured up real nice. And then of course I use the clips to clip up all of our fuel injectors to hold them in.
We got brand new motor mounts, so it's time to get them in.
All these motor mounts are brand new, and we did clean up the pockets that they sit in, so we just kind of need to put them in there. And they have a couple of bolts that go in through the bottom of the frame of the car, hold these motor mounts in place. They're very simple to put in and take out, but needless to say, it will be nice to have good clean motor mounts on this thing so that it doesn't vibrate a lot, and it should be awesome.
I think it's ready. I cannot wait to get this engine in the beast. Now, why all this work on a completely worthless car? It can only be for the love of cars. And if a moron like me can figure out how to do it, you can too. So go out there and find the one you always wanted and make it run again. I'll see you in the next one.